What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode we started the fire sanctuary, got ourselves some new fancy digging mitts that allow us to dig underground, and also another empty bottle. In this episode hopefully we're going to finish up the fire sanctuary, take on the boss, and get ourselves the third and final sacred flame. That way we could finish tempering our sword. So yeah, pretty important stuff. Let's not waste too much time and get right back into the swing of things. Now, here's the deal. The game wants us to cross this broken up bridge, but down here, it does give us the opportunity to restock a couple of our items like bombs and arrows, which we do need for the upcoming sections of this temple. Not too many bombs, more importantly, arrows, and thankfully these pots always give you arrows, like enough to refill your basic quiver. Right over here, we do have some goddess butterflies, so let's just take out our harp and summon one of those weird goddess symbols. We don't really need any hearts or anything like that, so might as well draw a rupee and get some extra cash, although we're pretty good in that department as well, because I really think we only need to buy maybe one or two more things, so yeah, we don't exactly need the extra money, and hopefully that works. Alright, good, it did, because that did not at all look like a rupee. I have no idea how it's possible, but somehow my drawings have gotten worse over the course of this Let's Play. But, you know, I never said I was an artist, guys. In fact, I'm pretty bad at drawing in general, so it is kind of a miracle that I can draw at all in this game. And, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, let's see what's on the other side of this here door. And hey, check it out. It's another magma. How'd you get yourself up there, buddy? Oh yeah, you've come along at the right time, pal. I don't know who you are or where you're from, but what I need right now is for you to get me off of this chain. Alright. I'm not asking you to do it for nothing, though. Set me free, and I'll tell you the big, gigantic secret about this room. It's a secret about treasure, okay? Alright, sounds good. So, let's try and figure out how we can get that guy down. First things first, what you want to do, head over to this soil spot and burrow right underground, because we need to activate some switches. And whoa, that is a weird angle. I guess the way that you enter the hole affects the camera angle when you go underground. I actually never noticed that before, because normally this entire thing is rotated 90 degrees, so that's actually a little bit strange. But yeah, you want to hit the switch on the left first, because if you hit the switch on the right first, it's actually going to block your path and not allow you to get out of this underground section. So make sure you hit the switch on the left, or if you get the correct angle, the switch that is below you from where you start. Then go and hit the switch above you or on the right if you got this angle like I did. So yeah, it makes it a little bit harder to explain, given that you can get multiple angles. I actually didn't even know that, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, just do that, and it will move around some gates that are up here, which is good because now it allows us to reach this little fruit. And of course, we need this to extinguish the flames in this section of the room by launching this fruit at the thirsty frog. So drink up, my friend, and make those flames go away. So yeah, pretty simple puzzle. Now that is done, we can just head right over here and check it out. There's a pulley that we can activate to lower down the magma. There you go, buddy. Now you're safe and sound. Hoo-yah! That is the sweet, sweet flavor of freedom. Hoss! And, thanks for taking the trouble to free me, sucker! You really think I would divulge super secret info about treasure? My mama didn't raise no patsy. I spent too long finding that info. Huh? Those gloves are for my brother's secret collection. Are you friends with my brother or something? Yeah, that's right. Wait, there's something I want to give you. I'll just go get it. Wait here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I better get my reward. Here, take this. This here's some super secret info that I put together. Took some real sweat and work, too. I had to survey this place near 100 times to figure it out, but You ready for this? Now don't go faint when I tell you. Right around here, there is A hidden room! Wow. So in return, please don't tell anyone that I was captured. It'll just be our little secret, okay? Alright, fine, it's a secret. Alright then, go ahead and open her up, but don't forget our deal. Later then, I said bye now. Alright, see you later. Oh! Uh-oh, who's that? Oh hey, it's the Magma from before! Hey, we meet again! Sorry, but I kinda happened to overhear that conversation. It seems one of my guys was giving you a hard time. Sorry about that. But that stuff you were saying was all true. There's a breeze coming from somewhere in this room, I tell ya. I can smell it. I figure the information in that chest will be useful to you. Alright then, well, without further ado, let's pop this bad boy open and see what that information is. It's actually the dungeon map, so it's about time that we got this. And you'll notice that, yeah, it might seem like there's a lot left to this temple, but there really isn't. This room has a fake wall somewhere. And on the other side of that wall, there's another room, or so I hear. The ground underneath us is full of monsters, so we don't go tunneling too much down there, but if you're feeling adventurous, there just might be a hidden route. Well, is that so? We should probably check that out. Now, you're probably wondering where that hidden wall is. You could look at your map, but I'll just tell you, it's this wall right here. So directly behind where you open up that chest is the hidden wall, and once this bomb explodes, you'll see that I'm right. So there we go. Now, yeah, not really a whole lot to see, but there is a soil spot that we can burrow down into, so let's check it out. Now, that magma did say there are monsters underground, and this is actually our first instance of seeing one of these monsters. This one in particular, we don't really have to fight, like, unless you really want to, but there is one of these things later on that the game forces us to fight. They're pretty easy to take care of. Obviously, their weak spot is the giant, like, glowing orb on their backside, so just hit that with your digging mitts, and it'll take out a section of their body. So it does take a couple of hits to get rid of them completely, but once they're gone for good. Since we don't need to, like, get rid of that guy, I'm not going to bother, and we'll just move on. And now we're inside the secret room that the magma was telling us about. And actually, I don't know why I came up here, because didn't even get the prize, which is this chest, and it's very important. Like, if we don't get this, we will not be able to continue on with the temple, because it's a small key. So yeah, I just got a little bit ahead of myself, but now that we have the small key, we can go up these vines, and yeah, this literally just takes you back to where you burrowed underground. So just a quick way to get back to this area, like, instead of going back underground, which obviously is not the ideal way to get back here. Regardless though, now that we have this small key, we need to do a little bit of backtracking and find that locked door that we passed in the last episode. It's actually in the same room where we fought those two giant lava hand monsters. It's like below the metal grate, so it's like the area that you access after you get the magma mitts. So it should be right around this corner if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. So, this door pretty much leads us into what I would consider to be the final area of this temple. Like, there are other rooms inside this area, but I'm pretty sure it's all one big room on the map, and this is where the boss door is located. And, pretty much everything we're doing right now is going to lead us towards the boss door object, and once we get that, we can basically just walk it directly to the boss door, much like every other temple. There is one more collectible that we need to get, but I'm pretty sure it's required, so I'm not even sure you could miss this one if you wanted to. Anyways, oh yeah, one thing I did learn actually is that if you want to shoot down these, like, water plants and don't have any arrows, you can actually use your claw shot, so that can save you an arrow if you really want to, but not really the most relevant information right now, considering we're over halfway done with this temple, and we'll only be, like, knocking down those water fruits a handful of times, so not really a big deal. You could probably use your slingshot, or even maybe your beetle if you wanted to as well. Not really too sure on that because I didn't really try, but I'm sure one of you guys could tell me in the comments down below if I'm right or wrong in my assumption. Anyways, could you please just get out of here? Thank you very much. So here is where we get that collectible that I was talking about. So right now, there's not a whole lot that we can do in this section, but if we head down here into like this little tiny alcove, there is a hole that we can burrow down into. So if we head underground, you'll notice that eventually we're gonna see a very interesting character. This guy, it's another Magma. Ah, so busy, burning the midnight oil again, looking for loot. Alright, so yeah, he's just like looking for treasure like every other Magma, but if we hit this switch, what you want to do is quickly run to the other side of that fence because, yeah, he'll notice that you moved it and then go and push it back. So clearly he's kind of paranoid, so what do you say we approach him? Arg! A green monster! Heck, I can't believe they're following us down here now. Guess I can have some fun with him for now, though. Heh, you're on Magma turf now, fiend. You may be scary, but as long as the way ahead of me is clear, you'll never catch me. Is that so? Well, thank you for telling me exactly how I should catch you then. So, yeah, make sure you just approach him from the front, and it takes him too long to turn around, so he's very easy to catch. No, you got me. Go on then, you monster. Boil me, bake me, do your worst. How about no? Huh? I know those gloves. Ain't those from my brother's secret collection? Yeah, that's right, they are. What? You know my brother? Aw, you are all green. I thought you were a monster. Hey, don't get all angry. I thought you were one of them. Sorry, guy. Let me give you something good to make up for it. Hang on there a second. Alright, sounds good. I suppose I could forgive you. Here you go. You know, some monsters seem to be looking for something on those cliffs ahead of us. You heading that way too, guy. You take care out there. Don't want to see you get skewered or none. Me? I'm heading back to the boss's place. I'll open the door for you while I'm at it. See ya. Alright, see you later, little buddy. And yeah, he unlocks that gate for us, which I'm pretty sure makes this required. Anyway, so let's open up this chest and get our prize, because guess what? It's something pretty amazing. It's a piece of heart, and yeah, that does actually complete another heart container, meaning that by the time we're done with this temple, we will have 19 heart containers, one away from having the full 20, which is kind of crazy. Like, we're almost done with this game, guys. Like, we're getting closer and closer to the end every single episode, but there's still a lot that we need to do, which I know really makes no sense considering I just said we were close to the end. But you know, for me, since I've played this game before, I can see the end in sight, but I'm also aware of like everything else that I need to do first in order to 100% complete this game, so there is kind of a lot in between. Anyways, though, that does create a shortcut back to the beginning of this area, but before we make use of that, instead, let's burrow down into the dirt near this save statue, because there's one very important thing that we need to do down here. So, this underground section is a little bit weird. Like, there's boxes everywhere that are blocking a majority of the paths that you could take, so I would say this area is kind of like a maze, but it's not, because there's really only one correct path, and it's very apparent, you know, what that path is. But as soon as we hit this bomb, you'll notice that that rock is sort of blocking some weird looking orange stuff. Now, what that is, guess what? It's actually really hot, boiling lava, and now it's coming directly towards us. So yeah, that's why this area is sort of maze-like, in that a lot of the different pathways are sort of blocked off. They tried to like make this super clutch and like intense, but it's really not. Like, as long as you don't get completely tired out, you'll make it to the exit safe and sound every single time, unless maybe you go for like that second stamina fruit, which is not a good idea. But yeah, now we cause the lava to start spewing out of those three like weird little statues, which means there's now a flow of lava. So if we head back down there, where we shot down the water fruit to cross originally, now that platform will start moving, allowing us access to a different area of this main room. It'll pretty much put us directly in front of the boss door actually, which is really awesome. Sadly though, getting the boss door object is maybe a little more complicated than it should be. Like, I would say the only thing bad about this temple is this last section is a lot of filler content that's not really necessary, and you'll see what I mean in a second once we actually get to it. So right over here is actually where the boss door is located, but obviously first we need the object. So what do you say we check out this stone slab? The Bridge of Decision. Choose the path you believe in. Move forward bravely. Okay, so remember like when we first entered this temple and spoke with that first Magma, he told us about like that ancient prophecy or whatever, the two statues staring at each other? Well, there's a statue to the left and the right of me. So the Magma, I believe, told us to dive towards the sleeping statue. Now, the statue towards the right has his eyes open, so obviously he's awake. So let's take a dive towards the left statue with his eyes closed. And hopefully that prophecy is true. And sure enough, there's a platform that appears to save our bacon from the fiery hot lava down below. So here's where the filler content comes into play. This next room is entirely pointless other than to just slow you down. It's basically another mini-boss, this time with two Dark Lizalfos, and oh my gosh, I'm really bad at fighting these guys like in groups. Not really sure why that is. Like, I guess they are more aggro enemies, so you need to like worry about them attacking you more than you attacking them. And ooh, yeah, that was close. When you do sort of like attack them the wrong way and they get that weird like sound effect counter off, the only way to avoid that, as far as I know, is to do a backflip, and if you don't do it fast enough, they will attack you and do like 2 hearts of damage, so it can be kind of devastating, so be careful. Anyways, your best bet is to try and desync them like this. This is actually perfect because they're far away. You can't actually desync them, but have them still be stuck together, which is really bad, since then one could be taunting you, and the other could be charging up attacks, so yeah, not really good when that happens. And really, game, now is not the time to tell me about a lizard tail. I really wish this didn't happen while in combat because that's so annoying. Alright, this guy should be almost done. Come on, dude, taunt me. There you go. Let me get some damage. And can you please just die? There we go. So yeah, like I said, this room is entirely pointless other than to just slow you down, because guess what? You get absolutely nothing for defeating those guys. And I feel like if this was any other Zelda game, like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, like, you would have gotten something for defeating those guys, even if it was just like a chest that contained 5 rupees. At least it's something, because defeating those guys was entirely pointless. Like, I think everyone will agree. All that did was waste our time. And this room is kind of the same thing. Although, I'll say this room is at least cool because we're scaling a giant tower. I mean, that's cool. So, I'll let this one get by on the fact that I guess it sort of does fit in with the theme of the temple itself, like ancient Chinese architecture. Maybe we're climbing one of the turrets on the outside of the temple. I'm not entirely sure. By the way, turrets are those weird like pillars that you see around castles, not like machine gun turrets, in case you were kind of confused. But you see what I mean, right? Like those last 2 rooms, not really necessary. This is the only room that I think actually makes sense, and it is the one with the boss door object and a small puzzle. Bring light to each statue in accordance with the number of wings each possesses, from least to most. When light resides in each statue, the king's treasure shall be yours. Okay, seems simple enough. So, what you want to do is actually burrow underground, and we're going to find some switches that, when we activate them, will light the corresponding torch. Now, don't worry about, like, memorizing where they are, because, yeah, you can just press Z to see where the statues are directly above you. So, let's hit the second one. And, the third one we need to hit is, like, up there, but we can't get there because that rock is blocking our path. So, what you want to do is very carefully hit this bomb. Don't worry if it rolls over that switch. It's not heavy enough to activate. As long as you don't crawl over it, you'll be fine. And that will blow up the rock, allowing us access to this switch. And now, all we have to do is back crawl a little bit, hit this one. And the last switch with the 4 wings is right over here. So, bam, we've lit all the torches, and now we can actually get ourselves the boss door object. But oh no, it's not gonna be that easy. Remember when I said we would have to eventually fight one of those weird, like, worm enemies? Now is that time, so let's get to it. These guys really aren't that big of a threat. Just get up behind him, slap his little orange backside, and that's really all there is to it. He will try and chase you, but you can very easily, like, lose his interest as long as, like, you hide around one of the corners, so it's not too hard. And I'm pretty sure this guy only takes 3 hits, so if I hide around one of these corners, I should be okay. Oh, I actually probably could have got that hit if I didn't walk too far away, but actually I still got it, so never mind. We are done and done. Yeah, those guys really are not that hard whatsoever. Like, the game certainly hypes it up more, you know, than it needs to, and I totally went the wrong way. But now that that is done, we can get out of here and get that boss door object. So essentially, we are done, finally done, with this temple. It honestly wasn't too bad, but like I said, I feel like this last segment is sort of drawn out a little more than it needs to be. Overall, though, I do like this temple. And check it out, we got the mysterious crystals. Even though it's really just like a bunch of cubes, so not really what I would consider to be a crystal, but I mean, I'm not a geologist or whatever, so maybe cubes that look like that could technically be some form of crystal, who knows. This will just create a shortcut back to, like, the center area, and obviously we're going to make use of that since it's going to put us directly in front of the boss door. Now, here's the thing, I don't normally do this, but I know what's up ahead for the boss, so I'm actually going to take another safety save, so just give me a second, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that is squared away, I think we're ready to take on this boss, so let's do it. Gosh dang, I did it again, man. I do that every single time, I swear. And, oh hey, there we go. That was easy. Yeah, just make it look like the shape of a key, I guess. And that is that. So, here we go, guys. I hope you're ready for this one because, to be honest, I'm a little worried, but we gotta do it. So, here we go. Oh, hello there, Link. I see you're still among the living. Fancy meeting you here. We seem to bump into each other time and time again. Oh, it's no coincidence though, is it? You and I were bound by a thread of fate. Look at these old drawings! Until I found these, I was upset about that little stunt the goddess's guard dog pulled at the Gate of Time. What was that twig's name again? Impa? Well, never mind that, because these drawings suggest the existence of a second Gate of Time. This news has just filled my heart with rainbows. I've been a busy boy, searching here and there and everywhere for another Gate of Time. And yet, I couldn't even find a single clue. Since I know I can be honest with you, I'll admit I got a little sulky. It was frowns all around. The thought of never getting my hands on that darling young girl again was, well, more than I could bear. But then I found this place. The prospect of a second Gate of Time has made me positively giggly! That girl, your adorable friend, she will be instrumental in bringing about the revival of my master. And though I feared she was now quite beyond my reach, I despair no longer. But before we talk any further on that subject, there's still the outstanding matter of your punishment, Link. Do you remember when I told you that the next time we meet, I'd make your ears bleed from the sound of your own screams? Well, I've been thinking, perhaps corporal punishment is a touch harsh. I might be willing to forgive and forget if you'll strike a deal. All I ask is that you tell me where I can find the other Gate of Time. That's not too much to ask, is it? Oh, and don't you play coy with me. I know that you know, so why not let me in on the fun? Such behavior. A mischievous boy like you needs to be dealt with firmly. I must warn you, I won't go easy on you this time. Lovely, aren't they? You'll find the supple skin of my arms tougher than any armor. Doesn't their shape just leave you breathless? Behold! Such beauty! Such a pure form! Such an exquisite physique! Such stunning features! Yes, I've pretty much got it all, though there is one teensy tiny thing I lack. Namely, mercy. Come to me, Link. You and I were bound by that thread of fate, destined to fight. So come close, Link. Meet me in battle, and the thread of fate that binds us will be soaked crimson with your blood. Okay, here we go, our rematch with the Demon Lord Ghirahim. Now, like I said a long time ago, guys, I am very bad at the Ghirahim fights in this game. I don't know what it is, I've never been good at them, and I've never figured out how to get better at them. I feel like no matter what I do, Ghirahim will always block my attacks in like his first phase, because honestly, the first phase for me is always like the biggest roadblock. After I get past that, I'm normally fine, but this first phase, you know, when he's just like toying with you, blocking your swords with his fingers, I can never seem to deal damage to him. I don't really know why that is, so I must be like doing something wrong, and if I am, please let me know in the comments, because I have yet to figure it out for myself, and I've played this game through a couple of times. There we go, I finally got some damage, but I honestly feel like I did absolutely nothing different than you know, what I've been doing. Like, I'm pretty sure what you're supposed to do is like trick him, so you know, hold your sword in like one direction, then swing in another direction, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do, and it's not really working, so maybe like my entire strategy is just wrong, but I really don't know. Regardless though, you don't really need to worry about like those weird magical blades that he spawns, because they're not really that big of a deal, at least in this first phase. And yeah, you really don't take a whole lot of damage in this first phase of the fight either, because the only way he can damage you is with those weird magical spikes, and they only deal like a quarter heart of damage. You can actually block them with the goddess shield as well, so like if you're really desperate to get rid of them, you have several ways you can deal with them. You can slash at them with your sword, block them with your shield, or you can like try to attack Ghirahim like I'm trying to do, and eventually they just sort of like disappear. So yeah, come on man, like if you could just let me hit you a couple of times, that would be great. I know this is probably like super frustrating to watch, so I do apologize in advance, but I promise you guys, I'm actually, like, trying my hardest right now to deal damage to him. There we go. Jeez. Alright, hopefully there's only a few more hits, and then we can move on to phase 2, which hopefully will go a lot better. I think, you know, when he starts spawning more than 2 is, when you're getting closer and closer to the end of phase 1. So, we should be getting close now. Come on, Ghirahim, just play nice. You know you want to take a couple of hits from my sword. It's not gonna kill you. You said it yourself. Your arms are stronger than like any armor, so I'm sure, you know, if you just let me hit you a couple of times and bludgeon you with my sword, you'll be fine. It's no big deal, dude. Like, I don't know why you're making such a huge deal out of this. Jeez, man, come on. Alright, this is actually getting kind of annoying now. Like, I don't even know why this isn't working. It's like the worst feeling in the world. But I'll be honest, this is pretty much how I expected this fight going, just because I know how bad I am at these phase 1 fights. I promise you guys, though, phase 2 will be a lot more interesting once we actually get to that point. So, oh my gosh, we actually did it, guys. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, phase 2. So in phase 2, it's actually a lot easier to deal damage to Ghirahim. Like, look at that, man. 2 attacks right off the bat. He also has a couple of new attacks that you do want to watch out for. Like, for instance, this one. Just do a backflip to launch those weird spiky blades back at him. Also, if you do mess up and, like, don't attack his open weak point, he will counterattack you. Now, 9 times out of 10, you can dodge most of his sword attacks just by doing a simple sidestep or a backflip. So that's usually what I default to. You could try to block them with your shield, but I think if you mess up the timing, he deals like a ton of damage to your shield, which might not be a big deal to us since we do have the goddess shield and it does sort of, you know, restore its own HP over time. But generally speaking, I like to save my shield for reflecting these magic blades back at him. If you time it right, you take no damage. If you miss the timing, you take like very minimal damage, and your shield will recharge like before he even fires the next set. So yeah, it's pretty safe to use your shield when he uses those attacks. Anyways, come on, dude. Oh, that was close. Glad I actually blocked that with my shield. Took a little bit of damage, but not too bad. When he jumps up in the air, watch out because, yeah, he does slam down the ground, and that will deal a ton of damage, but you can very easily just avoid it by running around and then going back in for some more damage. We're actually not doing too bad here in phase 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's close to being done with. Probably like a couple of more attacks that we need, and then we'll be done. Oh, there he goes, back up in the air again, and now we can deal some damage. Oh, I thought maybe that was gonna be it, but I guess we are not gonna get that lucky. I mean, I guess Ghirahim does have a lot of HP, so it's not surprising that he's still around. But like I was saying, yeah, phase 2, at least in my opinion, is just a lot more interesting, just because, I don't know, the fight itself is more fun. And aw, man, I thought he was going to do that, like, weird jump attack thing, but he just, like, held his stance open. I probably could have got more damage there if I really wanted to. And calm down, my man. It's A-okay, dude. Just chill out. All right, where are you? And there you are, friend. Come on, please. Aw, man, I thought for sure that was going to be it. I guess not. Oh, what? That killed him of all things. That killed him. Enough of this foolishness. I am Ghirahim, Demon Lord. It shouldn't matter how powerful your sword is. You are still nothing. Not just a human child. And yet you prevail. You filthy scamp. You have awakened a wrath that will burn for eons. I swear to you, whatever it takes, I will drag you into an eternity of torment. Yeah, cool story, bro. Anyways, now that Ghirahim has been defeated for the second time, check it out. There is another heart container. That is heart container number 19. So, let's pick it up. And you know what that means, guys. Only one more and then we'll have all 20. Before we get that though, what do you say we go and temper our sword with the last of these sacred flames? Oh man, this is pretty exciting stuff, guys. So let's charge up that Skyward Strike and hit that symbol. The flames of Din have imbued your blade with a sacred white light that demons revile. Master, now that it has been tempered by the last of the sacred flames, your blade has finally revealed its true form. You now hold the Master Sword. With this sword's great power, you can awaken the Gate of Time within the sealed temple. I recommend you make your way to this location. Holy crap, guys! We got the Master Sword, and now we can awaken the next Gate of Time, which we'll do in the upcoming episodes. So I think I'm going to end things off here. If you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.